We're here with Samuel Locke Ward today. Thanks for being with us here in Ames.
No problem.
I wanted to start off just going into your history a little bit. You've released an enormous amount of music over the years, tons of records, lots of different bands and backing bands. How long have you been making albums?
I've been making albums since the mid to late 90s, and good albums since the early 2000s.
What was the first really good album that you made?
I don't know. I think because I don't bother to put out the stuff anymore or keep in print the stuff from the 90s, but the stuff starting from like the early 2000s, like Harness the Power of Lightning and Boombox by Bedside, I still like those albums.
And so, have you always self-released your albums, or you began self-releasing your albums, and you've also been on different labels and stuff? Do you have a preference there?
I don't know. I just sometimes when people approach me about putting out records, I'll put out a record through them. But sometimes I'll just need to get something out real fast, so I'll do that, and go back and forth with it. But a lot of good labels. I like working with labels.
What's the most recent label that you've been working with?
The newest album is From the Privilege of the Grave, and that LP came out as a split release on Grotto Records out of Omaha and Mission Freak out of Iowa City.
Mm-hmm. And I've heard that there were some complications with releasing that record. What were the details there?
Well, that whole record got delayed about a year, and it got like really crazy complicated because I recorded up in Minneapolis with Darren Brown. It was a collaboration album, and we flippantly put a sample of Bela Lugosi on the record, like a 5-second sample, and then we turned it into the pressing plant, and they said we couldn't do that. And then there was a long chain of events where we tried to get it cleared, but we found out the Lugosi family was suing Universal over the rights for the likeness of Bela Lugosi, and they told us we could get it cleared, but it would be $10,000 up front and a cut of each album sale, which we'd have to sell the albums for like $150 a piece to like make that back. And so then we tried to take the sample off the record, but which we did, and the label paid to do. But then when we turned it in, the pressing plant insisted that the sample was still on it, even though we had taken it off, and they refused to press the record altogether. And then we had to switch pressing plants, and so it was this big like legal debacle over like who would press it, and it was like we couldn't even find like a place to press it for a while, which was crazy.
So never mess with the Lugosi estate is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
But the record is out now, and you've been touring around with your new backing band, excellent backing band, amazing musicians based out of Iowa City, and so the current incarnation is called Samuel Locke Ward and the Boo-Hoos.
Yeah, and it's a really good live band. It's got Rachel and Kate from the excellent punk rock band Lipstick Homicide.
Awesome band. And
my wife Grace Locke Ward plays drums, and she's a long time played with me. And she's also in Petty Mall and Leslie and the Lies, and Chris Ford from the band Burnout and Petty Mall.
So it's a great lineup. What are the roots of the sound for your current band?
Well, the roots of the sound, it's like, well, I wanted to be able to play songs from the whole catalog, but a lot of the old songs are like folky, and I really wanted to do I wanted to write songs specifically for the band, but I wanted to play the folk songs as well, but like totally rocked out. And so the idea was just to have like a big dumb rock sound, which I think we I don't know, we're loud.
Well, do you want to give us a performance and show us what you do?
Sure.
Thanks for being here. Samuel Locke Ward, Samuel Locke Ward and the Boohoos.